Recently, it's come to my attention that people are talking more and more about the old phrase of, you want to change your life, you have to change your life. I know it's always been with us, but apparently it's coming more to the surface. But what I did, I started asking my folks, what does that mean to you, to change your life? And it was interesting. The majority of folks started talking about, well, I would like to go on vacation more. I would like a better job. I want to remodel my home. I want to put my kids in other activities. I want to start a hobby. And it made sense. But what it also did is made me realize there's a belief out there that in order to change your life, you have to do tangible things. And in truth, I really believe that it's more the intangible, which has to do with your mind and your thoughts. When I start looking at the have to versus want to, have to creates an energy, more of a negative energy within us. It creates stress. We feel burdened. We feel hopeless. We can feel anger. We can feel mad. We can just be upset because of the level of responsibility we are putting on ourselves. Yes, we put them on ourselves. Now, people will look at me like I'm crazy, which maybe I am. But to me, the minute you put a thought in your mind's eye of I have to, you've already created something so difficult within your own self. Your anxiety rises, maybe even your blood pressure a little bit. The stress sets in, the fear can come in. So I sat back and I started asking questions. Why do you really believe you have to do anything? And yes, I got crazy looks. And they said, well, I have to put food on the table for my family. I have to bring in money. I have to take care of my family. I have to take care of my aging parents. I have to do all these things. And it's true, those things need to be done, but not with the mindset of have to. Give thought to this. Why do you have to work? Really give thought to that. Ask yourself, why do I have to work? I look at it as, I want to work. I want to put a roof over my head, let alone my family's. I want to be able to put food on the table. I want to be able to afford my vehicle. So I want to work. When a person starts shifting that thought process to want to versus have to, the vibrational level of your internal energy starts rising. It starts raising up. And the higher it raises up, the more positive things occur. In this day and time, I'm hearing more and more about I have to take care of my parents. They're older. Yes, I'm one of them. So far, I'm still working. But our elderly parents, we need to take care of. We have this built-in belief that it's our responsibility and we have to. You don't have to. If you have to, it becomes a chore. It becomes heavy. It becomes overbearing. And your energy plummets down to a lower vibration, one that starts becoming negative. So, is it possible that you want to take care of your parents because that's what feels right to you? You want to take care of them because they deserve it. You want to make sure they're in a safe place. You want to make sure that they're out of harm's way. You want to make sure that they have nutritional input and intake. You want to make sure they get to their doctor's appointments and are taking their medicine. If you don't want that, then you have no right taking care of them. It's not fair to them, and it's not fair to you. We have responsibilities, but those responsibilities should focus more on wanting to, not having to. You begin looking at the reasons you're doing something, and that will define whether or not you have to or you want to. One simple little shift of thoughts create a whole different energy, vibration, and happiness. Are you happy? Is it joyful? Is what you want for those around you and for yourself? If that brings joy, then tell your thoughts that. Make your thoughts believe that. Do you have to, or do you want to obey the laws? You don't have to obey the laws. But if you don't, the results are negative. Just like the results are negative of taking care of your parents or putting food on the table, it's all negative. It's a chore. If you obey the laws, it's because you want to. Because you don't have to worry about being fined, going to jail, being sued. I just can't help but feel that if we begin each moment of the day paying attention to our thoughts of what we have to do versus what we want to do, you begin to understand that the circumstances may not change, but the way you look at them do. When you change the way you look at things, that's when you begin to change your life. The changing of your life comes from within. It does not come from without. It can change the results without, but, well, I don't know if we say without, that's not a good word. It can change what happens in your tangible world by shifting and changing your intangible, which are your thoughts. When you practice this, you will be amazed at the level of anxiety you no longer experience. How the resentment goes away. How the anger goes away. Even your fear. When you allow yourself to think whether or not you really want to do something, your whole energy vibration changes. If you find you don't want to do something and you really stick with the have to, you are putting yourself in a position, possibly illness just from all the stress, miserable feelings, miserable conversation. You start affecting those around you, not just yourself. So you should not be doing anything you do not want to do. Don't get me wrong in what I'm saying. I'm saying if you feel you have to do something, do yourself a favor and sit back and look at why you have to do it. And then again, reflect and say, okay, is it because I have to put food on the table? Or is it because I want to put food on the table? It's a huge difference. If you don't have to put food on the table, nobody eats. If you don't want to put food on the table, that's on you too. That's a choice. This is all about giving thought to the thoughts, the words. You want a balanced, happy life. You want to be able to enjoy yourself. You don't want to sit there and dread every next step that's coming. You want to feel that happiness, that joy. And it begins with thoughts and the words in those thoughts. When you want to do something, that energy within you, the intangible, that vibration just starts raising up to help you become more balanced. When our actions go against our energy, we create an imbalance. I'm not telling you to stop doing things. Believe me. I'm sitting there saying, look at it. Look and see, is it really a have to? Can you find the want to behind it? Just one. Just one. And I bet you can. So every day, granted, you have a lot going on. You have to get those plans in order. You have to organize. No, you don't. You want to. You want to plan. You want to organize. If you have to, remember those shoulders start going down and down and down because they're so heavy. You want to do it because it can make your lives easier. It can make your life smoother. Negative energy attracts negative energy. That's the way it works. The more positive energy you put out there, which is want to, the more positive energy will come to you, more positive things. Circumstances are not hard anymore. They're going to have their moments. We are human. But nothing like they were. When things start becoming want to, it's amazing how many other doors can open to help you, to support you, to be there for you. It's a silly little thing. It's a simple little thing. but it's not easy. You need to make the decision of how to be aware of those thoughts of have to, want to. Again, the circumstances don't change. The only thing that changes is you and your thought process, which in turn changes your energy in a more positive, higher vibration, which in turn then is reflected in your attitude. Just try it. What do you have to lose? Maybe it'll work for you. Maybe you don't want it to work for you. That's okay too. Life is about choices. Many times we feel we don't have control, and that's why we sit there in our thought process and call it have to. The truth is, you're only in control of two things: the choices you make and your reactions to those choices made, or your reactions to the choices made by others. That's the only thing you have control over. So why not start with your thoughts? You can choose whether or not you want those thoughts to be positive or not so positive, also known as negative. That's your choice. I hope for you that you will find a way to see and feel and experience the difference between the have to thought and the want to thought. It's fun. Try it. You just might like it. And as you move forward trying this, should you choose to, because it's a choice, don't beat yourself up if you find yourself falling back into the old pattern of thought of having to. The difference will be is that you recognize it. You're aware of it. The more you become aware, the faster you change it. It no longer controls you, that energy. You no longer have chosen to let the negative dictate what you draw to you. You open the door to letting the positive energy dictate what you draw to you. Life really is simply done. It's not easy. We have to work it. If we want our life to change, we have to work it. We work it in our heads. That's the only way our life changes in a healthy, balanced way. And we all deserve it. It doesn't cost a thing. Just being aware and then doing something with it. It's the choice. And so it is.